Good morning, here.
Hi, good morning.
Let's wait for 5 minutes here. We'll start the session in 5 minutes.
Great. Okay.
Good morning, here. Can you hear me, everyone?
Yes.
Karthik sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, just an FYI. So I see only 3 people. So if
Good
still
morning, sir.
I might continue 3 hours. If not, I'll take 1.5 hours. Okay.
Why, man?
We
Sorry.
are gathering people to prepare a proper bench. Okay. I just have only 3 people right now.
Mm-hmm.
So tomorrow there is 3 more people joining. Okay. So
Okay.
based on the number, I'll continue. Okay. Right. So just an FYI, sir. Right. I don't know password, don't know the password. But you know, this you can connect. Yeah, you can say no issues. So everyone, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah. So last time we have discussed about this Excel object model. Now we will jump into the actual, start writing the coding and understanding all other things. Okay. So,
Sure.
right. So the first thing, how to enable developer tab. Okay. How to enable developer tab. First thing is file, then options. Okay. Customize ribbon. Okay.
Yeah.
And click on developer tab. Okay. So file, go to options, customize ribbon.
Yeah.
Main
Developer.
we can click on this developer tab. Okay. That's how we can enable developer tab. Okay. So it's just 654, right? So let me save this.
Okay, so this batch is 654 batch for
Yes,
you.
sir. Yes.
Oh,
Okay. So I'll be sharing with you after this session. This working file I'll be sharing after
great.
this.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, sir. So, sir, please, I'm requesting you can open your machines. You can sit with me parallelly. No issues, no time bounds. Questions you can ask. No issues, sir. So you have a lot of flexibility. But the only thing is, for you separately, I cannot repeat one more time. Later on, I can repeat now in the session. I can repeat, but later on, separate time I cannot spend. Okay. If there is anything in this meantime, we can. After the session, if you want, you can connect to me personally. Right. Okay. The first thing. The next option is immediately once the developer tab is enabled, the next tab is you have to enable macros. Okay. How to enable? Developer tab, macro security. Okay. Macro security. Enable all macros. This is the next step which you have to do.
So
Okay.
where we have to do this next step? I mean, how?
Go to developer tab, sir. Click on
Acha.
macro security. Enable VBA macros.
Enable VPL macros. Okay.
Okay. Right. This is the next step immediately when you start writing the code.
Okay. Yes.
To get into Visual Basic Editor. For every programming language, there should be an editor. So that's why in developer, you will find Visual Basic Editor. Okay. To get into Visual Basic, the shortcut key is Alt plus F11. Or you can click on Developer tab. Developer tab. Visual Basic. This is the next step. Right? The next one, Alt F11, click on the developer, Visual Basic is done. Click on Visual Basic. Okay. So last time I told you why we should not write the code in sheets. Did I explain you?
Yeah. Yes.
Right. So yeah. So when you to get into Visual Basic, this is the process. Okay. So in Visual Basic, you will contain 3 windows. When you click on Visual Basic, you will contain 3 windows. Project window, properties window, code window. Okay. Okay. Project window, every individual workbook is like a project. You can create multiple projects. When you are opening, it will create one project by default. Okay. There is nothing to do with the project. How many sheets you are creating? You can see those many sheets in the project. Right. Properties window, whatever the sheet you are in, it will show you that properties. Whatever the workbook you are in, it will show that particular workbook properties. All workbooks are workbooks only, workbook only. So whatever the properties that will be applicable for one workbook can be same for all the workbooks. That may not differ. Code window, we have to write our code in code window. Okay. So where we will write the code? Okay. If you write the code in sheets, okay. So if you write the code in sheets, this will work. But when you delete the code in that sheet, will be deleted as well. Okay. Okay. So we have to write the code in module. Okay. We have to write code in module. Okay. Where is module? Okay. Where is module? Insert module. Okay. In VB editor, you will find insert. In module, in insert, in VB editor, insert module. Okay. Then you can start your writing code. Right. Next, getting into the insert module. Here you have the same thing, insert module. Okay. Now we'll be writing code here. That's the reason we should not write the code in sheets. Right. So how you will write the code? Simply sub macro name. Sub macro name. Last time I told you there are two differences between subroutine and a function. A function has arguments. A subroutine is not doesn't have any arguments. Okay. It's a procedure we have to write for a particular task. Okay. There won't be any functions in macros. Okay. Right. So when you write sub macro name, automatically it will generate end sub. You need not to write end sub. For example, sub test, open bracket, close bracket, enter. I'm not entering end sub, enter. I'll be getting a line and macro to macro will be separated. You need not to draw that line. By itself it will draw, right? No. There are some conditions while naming that macro. You have to keep it in your mind. Okay. So a macro name should not start with number. Okay. The first point is a macro name. A macro name should not start with numbers. Okay. A macro name can be alphanumeric, no issues. Okay. It can be alphanumeric. Instead of writing starting with number, you can end with number. It can be alphanumeric. Yeah. Okay. A macro name should not contain special characters. Okay. A macro name should not contain special characters.
Raghuji, can you, sorry to pause, can you show how to insert the module once again?
Okay. Macro name. Yeah, let me complete this point. Okay. Macro name should not contain special characters. You can go insert here. This is the menu. In the insert, you have module, or here also you will be having. Both are same. Next one. Karthik, good to go?
Sorry, I'm talking in minutes. Okay, I got it.
Good to go?
Yeah, good to go. Yeah, fine.
A macro name should not contain special characters.
So you mean to say we have to write in a module so that it will applicable in all Excel sheets.
Exactly. That can be worked for in all other sheets. I'll tell you in coming sessions.
Okay.
When you're writing with range, what happens? When you're writing with workbooks, what happens? I'll tell you. Then you'll come to know. Okay.
Fine. Thank you.
Right. A macro name should not contain spaces. Okay. A macro name should not contain spaces. A macro name should not contain spaces in between. Okay. Instead, we can use underscore. Okay. A macro name should not be a function name. V lookup, H lookup, or if you're writing any function here in macros itself, that should not be repeated. In program, you might write functions. In Excel, you already have functions. That should not be seen with it. We cannot name it as again we look up. If you name it, it's okay, fine, but it will work. But there might be chances it might override the current functionality. Okay, you should not. Okay. A macro name should not be a duplicate name. For example, macro name, right? Both are same. The top one, the below one, right? Right? Okay. When you both are same, the code is there. Supposing this is a project. Okay. If you start executing, this is the error it is going to get. Ambiguous means It confused. Yeah, same thing. Which code to execute, it might not understand. Okay. A macro name cannot be duplicated. Okay. So all these are necessary when you are naming any macro. Right. So I'll for what situation I'm writing a macro, I'll name that which is appropriate to that macro. For whatever the task I'm writing, I'll put 3-4 underscores in appropriate to that content only. Whatever the context where I'm writing, related to that only I'll be writing. Okay. Right. That is a major thing which I follow. So it's a suggestion. Okay. Okay. Next one. We'll start writing the macro. The first one. Okay. In a simple term, simple language, I'll make you more comfortable how to refer a single cells. Okay, single cell ni how we can refer with the help of macros. Okay. Sub cell reference. Okay. All these will be coming in the next classes also. Malli next classes lo, I'll be using this very common. Okay. In the object model, first one is workbooks, sheets, range or cells. Now while learning, we'll start from cells, sheets, then workbooks.
Cell reference, right? Use cell reference.
Yeah.
Again, today one more macro.
Yeah.
And I put the C capital and R capital. We will take it as different macros or the same macro.
Converting, it's converting. It's converting. Even if you rewrite, if you are duplicating, it is converting.
Okay. Capital letters and small letters will not matter.
It's not allowed.
It has to be the, I mean, the
Consistent. Name should be consistent. It should be consistent.
Sometimes people put capital letters the
Yeah.
same and small letters.
But see here.
Yeah.
Cell underscore. I'm saying small ref. Okay. Okay. So a single cell can be referred in multiple ways. Okay. Majorly I use range or cells. Okay. Let's see that while executing macro or while writing macro, I'll resize my macro window like this. Okay. Like this. So I can write and I can view my output here. Okay. So that you people will not feel that the execution is not coming. You will find out the error very easily. Yes, exactly. So I'll resize my window, current window. I'll write the code here. While execute, I can see the output here itself. So I'm going to this cell. First one, a cell can be referred with an object called cells. When you start bracket, see it is asking for row index and column index. Okay. Anyhow, what is a cell means a cell is a combination of row and column. That is the answer. You have to give row number and column number. Okay. So I'm giving third row, fourth column. I want to fill with Excel. Word Excel. Okay. I want to write with Excel. We will write formulas. We'll do all other in the third or fourth session. Okay. But meanwhile, let put some text in the cell. Okay. Range of B5. Okay. The next object is range. In range, definitely you have to put the cell reference between double quotes. Double quotes means you are naming, you are using the name of that cell. Okay. When you're putting double quotes, it's a name you are referring to. Okay. It's on the sheet. Okay. The next one.
Different column C7. So that we do that.
Mhm.
Only B5, right? Instead of only C7, so that
Second class. Okay. C3. This is the one third method where you can use square bracket directly. Okay. See, for example, if I what's it called as? If I'm putting my cursor here, what this is
B3.
cell, what is the cell is called? This cell is called active cell.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the cell you are active? That is called active cell. Whatever the sheet you are in, that is called active sheet. Whatever workbook you are in, that is called active book. Okay. Active workbook, active sheet, active cell. Right. Now let's start executing this code. How you will execute this code? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Automatically. Sometimes you have to, in some cases, automatically. Few objects, see here. I can see here onto the script is active cell is equal to. Is A is capital or small? Okay. When you're doing proper object name, which is already built in Excel, automatically it will come. That's where you can identify the object name, whether it is converting or not. If it is converting, that you will a wrong object name. Same thing if I do a spelling mistake like this. If I'm doing a spelling mistake like
Sir,
this.
your voice is breaking.
Okay.
Yes, me too.
It will not come. Okay. How you are going to execute this? Karthik, you have any questions?
Sir, your voice is
No,
breaking.
actually, your voice is breaking
Someone is
in
asking
between.
something.
Your voice
Karthik
is
sir,
breaking.
Tarani sir. Tarani
Your voice
చెప్పండి
is
sir.
breaking actually.
Is my
మీ
voice
వాయిస్ బ్రేక్
breaking?
అవుతుంది. yes మీ వాయిస్ చాలా బ్రేక్ అవుతుంది.
And there is a lag in your screen as well.
Okay, 1 minute here. 1 minute. 1 minute. Now, can you hear me? I have connected to some different network.
Yes, yes.
Now, can you hear me properly?
Yes, right.
Cool. Right. So now you got this right, everyone. A single cell can be referred like cells, row index, column index, and you can put some text in that cell. And a cell can be referred in this method. You have to give the cell name here between double quotes. A single cell can be referred in this way. This is the third method of referring. A single cell, active cell, whatever the active cell, you can refer in this method. Okay. These two majorly I'll be not using in any program. Why? Because cells and range is commonly used by everyone. Even I refer with cells or range, right? How you will execute this code? Okay. So you have to put your cursor beside the macro name after the square bracket, after the bracket. Okay. So directly, can you go with F5 run? Directly, can you go for run? Okay. There are two shortcut keys. One is I'm using a single quote. That means I'm commenting that code. Means while executing, that code will not execute. It will treat like a content. Meaning for whatever the line you are writing the code, you can comment that line, and for what step you are writing, you can tell in that line, in the comment line. In the next, you can write the code, so that when some other person is looking at the code, he can get it very easily. Okay, right? So if you don't want to make comments, it's up to you. Indian చూపెట్టాలని డిజైన్ పెడితే ఆడుకోవచ్చు అనేటోళ్ళు you can play with anyone. Okay, right. It's a common human nature. అంతే, దాన్ని మనం ఏం చేయలేం. Right. So one is F8 is to run the code step by step. Okay. So I use only F8. As a developer, when I'm developing the code, I want to check my code is properly executing without any errors or not. Okay, right? So as a developer, I'll definitely go with F8 only. Why? Because if there are errors occurring in between, I can fix those errors during my running the code only. Okay, right? If there are any errors, you can just modify and you can rerun. Need not to rerun from the beginning. You can start, you can correct the code, and you can start running from there itself with F8. And as a developer, F8, if you're executing once, twice, or thrice, if there are no errors, you can go with F5, or you can give it to an end user directly. No errors are occurring, please take it and tell the procedure how to run the code. Okay, we are automating the process. If you are not well versed with the process, you cannot automate. Okay, so my first thing is go with F8. Okay, second one, F5. F5 will directly run the script within seconds, no waiting. Okay, I clearly wrote is to run the code step by step. F5 directly run the script, entire script. It will not stop anywhere. If there are any errors, it will stop there. Again, you might ask question. Step by step, you can identify the errors you are saying. If I run, it is stopping there, right? Why can't you identify the errors? Right? Next question. So my answer is, when you are running step by step, what variable it is picking, you can easily identify. From the beginning, you can go whether the process is right or not. You can check. If you go with F5, directly it will go to the stop error. It will stop executing. You might not understand what happens at that line. You might use the variables which is already used from the top to bottom. Okay, so that's why go with F8 until the code is error free. Okay, so put your cursor here. These two lines acts like a comments. Just start executing the code. F8, F8, F8. Third row, fourth column. 1, 2, 3. Third row, fourth column. 1, 2, 3, 4. B5, I'll be getting VBA F8 step by step, and C3, I'll be getting macros, and this is my active cell. Here I'm going to get Microsoft. End sum.
The access cell is also in B3.
It will override. It will override.
Macros and
Yeah.
cells 3, 4.
Yes.
That is known as simply that are we not complicating because now here this is 3 and 4, okay, we can remember easily. But if it is 1000, let's say 200 number, so it is getting such a like we should not even using that.
Next. It will come next.
Think of big file is there.
Yeah.
That CC it is clearly visible, on the under reverse. Reverse is visible, but when you are within that number, it is confusing. If I give you 120 and 220.
We will not put directly in any data. This is very basic where you can simple refer a single cell. But in real time, where you will not identify a particular cell and you will not put any data. మనం ఒక సెల్ ని రిఫర్ చేసి రాయకూడదు.
With the
Range or cells. We are referring to only one cell ikkada. One cell you can directly you have to write. Right. When you are applying formula, that should apply across the range. Okay. You will not identify a single cell. అది ఎవరు చేయలేరు. It's not possible also. Okay. Am I audible, online people? Karthik sir, Tarini ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, right. So my question here, I'm going to back to object model. Okay. I told, sir, when you want to refer any range, you have to go with workbooks of workbook name dot sheets of sheet name dot range, I told. Now in this code, are you able to see workbook name, sheets of sheet name? You are reading only range or cells. How this is executing in this sheet? Can you tell me? Do you know the answer?
There are 2 ways, I guess. This is the only open workbook and open worksheet which we are working on. That's why it is executing in that sheet. Unless and until we give a
Right.
specific.
So when you write your code with range or cells, okay, if you say workbook name, sheet name, it will write the code in that particular, it will write the content in that workbook in that sheets by putting some range. Directly if you are putting range means this code will execute in all active workbooks and active sheets. మీరు ఇక్కడ స్పేమ్ స్పెసిఫై చేయలేదు కాబట్టి this code will work in all active sheets. For example, if I make one more sheet active, if I say run.
Okay, now here this workbook sheet for 11. Okay, I have opened the five workbooks.
Yeah.
Same thing
will be reflected. At a time, only one workbook will be inactive. At a time, one sheet will be inactive. Okay. In that only this will work. That can be anything. If you are not giving name means. Okay. That is the answer for this question.
one active workbook only, right?
When you are referring to range or cells. Yeah. ఎప్పటికైనా ఒకటే యాక్టివ్ లో ఉంటుంది. When you are referring with cells అంటే ఏదైనా నువ్వు ఏది యాక్టివ్ లో పెట్టరు అని చెప్తా అదే రండి. But in the process, you have to make sure that you are aligning to proper process or not. Why? Because the code is running step by step. In between, if there is any workbook is pushing, coming front, you have to make the other workbook act. That you have to make sure. In the process itself, you have to write the code as per the process. Okay? అది ఇంకా ముందుకి ఇప్పుడు అర్థం కాదు కానీ the only thing, make sure, right, when you are writing executing direct with only with range or cells object directly, This code will run in all active sheets and active workbooks. At a time, how many workbooks you open? Only one workbook will be in active position. At a time, how many sheets you have? Only one sheet will be in active. So in that sheet only, this is going to work. Yeah, if you are not specifying anything, right? Clear?
Yeah, because it's between a they give a command, to open in a workbook. So we are not directing that workbook name. They are not mentioning that name. But we are opening that. That's the workbook, right? That's another way to that, only as a workbook.
Yeah, man, you అదే నేను చెప్పి దానికి ఆన్సర్ ఏంటి వీ హ్యావ్ టు ఐడెంటిఫై ద ప్రాసెస్ కరెక్ట్లీ ఏ వర్క్ బుక్ మధ్యలో వస్తుంది అనేది మనం ఐడెంటిఫై చేసి దాన్ని యాక్టివ్ చేయాలా వద్దా లేకపోతే వర్క్ బుక్ నేమ్ తోని స్టార్ట్ చేయాలా నేమ్ రిఫర్ చేయకుండా కూడా అవుతుందా అనేది ఇన్ ద ప్రాసెస్ ఇట్ సెల్ఫ్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు నో బట్ ఓన్లీ ఫర్ దిస్ ఆన్సర్ ఇస్ యాక్టివ్ షీట్ యాక్టివ్ అంతే ఓకే రైట్ ఎస్
But the practice is to give a name. Right.
okay now we can execute group of cells the same text in group of cells. Everybody have we are done. Everybody, this code.
That green color, the single code means, okay, it is a comment.
Comment. Okay. So the next code, writing for group of cells, you have to give the reference like this for group of cells. Diagonal from A1 to G10.
You don't need to add it for. We have to start with only
Start with code.
that particular line will take.
Exactly. Okay. Range A1 to G10, you have to give diagonally. Range A1 to G10 is equal to, I'm giving date. Date is a function in Excel. Date is a function in Excel which gives current date, today's date. Okay. The alternate method to refer group of cells is A11 to G20. I'm writing. Okay. This is how we'll refer. Group of cells. Yes, yes. This, if you refer this method, the output is same. If you refer this method, the output is same. But I use only range. Yes.
So what is a coding this is for? Is it to identify the date, or
Your voice is too low.
so why you have to what is the use of purpose of this coding? I mean, you have wrote night from A1 to G10 is equal to
Yes.
date. Huh.
This is not a purpose here. It's a script. You have to write like this only.
Okay. So this is a script for. I think you are in mute, I guess.
Karthik sir, you are asking something. This code.
Yes, yes,
Hmm?
yes.
You're
So
asking something.
yes, నేనేమంటున్నా అంటే ఇప్పుడు రేంజ్ A1 to is to G10 is equal to date అంటున్నాడు కదా, ఏదో యాక్టివ్ డేట్ వస్తుంది సంథింగ్ ఏదో అంటున్నాడు కదా, వాట్ ఈస్ దట్ ఐ మీన్ అని యాక్టివ్ డేట్ వస్తుందా
కరెంట్ డేట్ సార్, సిస్టమ్ జనరేటెడ్ డేట్. టుడే ఇవాళ ఏం డేట్ ఉందో అది వస్తుంది.
ఇవాళ? ఓకే, బట్ వై we have to use A1 to G10 only? Why can't we
Why
use
we have
something
to
else?
use A1 to G10 means, this is an example I'm giving how we, for example, 10, 20, 30, okay, is equal to sum. You are selecting group of cells, sir, only one cell you are selecting.
Group of cells.
If you know how to refer this group of cells, then only you can do sum. If not, you can't in Excel. So a group of cells can be referred in this method. Got you, sir?
Not completely, because here you
ఇప్పుడు
see,
ఇది ఉందా సార్? ఇప్పుడు మీరు సమ్ ఎలా తీసుకుంటారు ఇక్కడ చెప్పండి నాకు. ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు సమ్ అని పెడతారు.
yeah,
యూ విల్ బి నాట్ సెలెక్టింగ్ వన్ బై వన్, రైట్?
yeah,
కాదు కదా మీరు ఇలా సెలెక్ట్ చేసేది. మీరు ఎలా సెలెక్ట్ చేస్తారు? ఇలా సెలెక్ట్ చేస్తారు.
But
అంటే
the
ఈ
date
ఫార్ములా
but the date will be in one cell only, right? It will not be A1 to G10. All the cells same date will repeat, right? If take A1 to G10.
Sir, I am putting only one text. I am not putting different text. We will
No,
not
but in that case, A1 to
not
A1 we can take no,
manually
only one
with the
cell
help of
you want that
macros.
date.
We will not enter any manual data. I am just referring to how to refer a group of cells. ఒక గ్రూప్ ఆఫ్ సెల్ ని ఎలా తీసుకోవచ్చు, ఆ గ్రూప్ ఆఫ్ సెల్ లో ఏ టెక్స్ట్ అయినా పెట్టచ్చు అనేది, విచ్ ఇస్ వెరీ బేసిక్ ఐమ్ టీచింగ్.
అచ్చా, okay, so we
Okay.
got
So,
confused
ఇప్పుడు
because we
మీరు
kept
ఇక్కడ
a date ఇచ్చారు కదా, so that's the reason we got confused అక్కడ.
చెప్పండి. ఓకే, లెట్ మీ రిమూవ్ డేట్. సో ఐల్ రిమూవ్ డేట్ అండ్ ఐల్ పుట్ okay. So I'm removing this. If you put this, it will overwrite. On top of it, it will write. Why? Because it doesn't know whether it's not a human, right? To identify after text in the so it will overwrite. I'm deleting this. And as usual, it will work on active sheet and active workbooks. Yeah.
It will run all both the scripts or only one script?
One script. Where is your cursor you are putting? In which
That
script you are
script.
keeping? Yeah, in which active script you are in, it will work only that script.
And that range should be in the double quotes.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, if you don't use double quotes, it will not be.
Yes, yes.
But in square bracket,
You
that
need
double
that.
quote is not necessary.
Yeah. Done? So what happens if you put date? Nothing will happen. Even if you put date, same like text, it will come. You see here.
Yeah, I kept
Karthik sir,
it is
if you
getting,
put
yeah,
date,
yeah,
see here.
I already added, so it is getting the same date, today's date.
Here date is a function, sir. You need not to put anything.
Got it.
You're getting the current date. That's it. Next one. Next one. Okay. We come to know how to refer single cells. We came to know how to refer group of cells. Now we will see sheets. Okay. Now we'll see sheets. So, new sheet.
Identify cells, there are 4 methods, but to identify range, there are only 2 methods.
Yes, yes. Now, adding a new sheet. New sheet. Okay. Generally, you will be clicking on plus button, or you can say shift F11. Okay, to create a new sheet, there is a code without sheets object. Ipudu, when you're writing something on range means you're referring range object. Okay, when you're writing something on cells object, you are using cells. Okay, range object, group of cells, you are using this object. But for sheets, you have to refer sheets only. Okay, why? Because it's an object. It has, you can create, you can delete, you can modify, name, you can rename, you can delete, you can give tab color, you can protect. All these comes under sheets object. Without referring this sheets object, you can't perform all these actions which comes under sheet. Adhavayna? Okay, we are sitting in classroom 1. Classroom 1. If we do not enter into Excelytics, you can't enter into class number 1. Okay, right? There are 3 classes. We are sitting in classes of class 1. We have multiple classes. In that, I am referring to one class. Okay. Here also there are group of sheets. There are classes. If you want to add one more class, you can. Okay. Here also, if you want to create one more object sheet, you have to refer sheets only. Dot. You will be getting all this.
Sheet.
Sheets.
Yes.
Yes. Objects every time will be in plural.
But one thing, let us forget which one. There are multiple ways, multiple ways to reach, to get one, right? What would be the best procedure?
Denki.
No, anything, that also you please hand it, so that we can interpret. No, now we have 4 methods to identify one. Normally what is the?
నేను అదే అవన్నీ నా సజెషన్స్ ఇచ్చుకుంటూ పోతున్నా.
Okay.
ఫస్ట్ టూ చెప్తున్నా. సెకండ్ దాంట్లో రేంజ్, ద ఫస్ట్ వన్ ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు యూస్. ఓకే, యా. సో షీట్స్ డాట్ యాడ్. ఓకే, దట్స్ ఇట్. It will create a new sheet. You need not to do anything. If you run this, it will create a new sheet.
So if you want to give the name, it created a new sheet called a sheet.
Okay, so if I execute this F8, see here, this is the active sheet. Before the active sheet, it is going to create one more sheet. If you want to create after, okay, please take help of ChatGPT and try to create after. Okay, it's a task for మీ సెల్ఫ్ లెర్నింగ్ కొంచెం కూడా ఏం లేకపోతే కంప్లీట్గా రాదండి. సో ప్లీజ్ యాడ్ షీట్ ఆఫ్టర్ ఎ స్పెసిఫిక్ షీట్, ఆఫ్టర్ ఎ స్పెసిఫిక్ షీట్. Okay, this is a task for you. Please find out, okay, on your own way, whether you use ChatGPT or whatever, you just find out the solution for this. Okay, it's a task for you. So add sheet by name. Add sheet by name. Sheets dot add dot name is equal to, that's it. Me pair much. Satish. Sheets dot add dot name, simple. The name with this sheet name will be created. Okay, see here, F8. So why I'll keep this window like this? Came to know? Satish, ఈ విండో ఇలా ఎందుకు పెట్టుకుని అర్థమైంది? Exactly. So you can just see parallelly the outputs as well. We are getting proper output or not. Okay. Inside content as when I'm writing something, the content like this, I'll move this window this side. So I can see this side code, how it is executed. Okay. Next question. Next question. Any question with sheets? Sheets add is done. Adding with name is done. Rename, very nice. Sub, rename, sheet. We'll see. Okay. So next, how you will rename? Generally, how you will rename?
Click and,
You will double click. And that means you know the object in which sheet you are double clicking. Exactly. You know which name you want to change. That means you are selecting that object. Then after you are naming it. Ante kada? I forgot your name. Rahul. Hey, Rahul. Right. See. ఈ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ను ఐడెంటిఫై చేసి యూ విల్ సెలెక్ట్ దాట్ దెన్ యూ విల్ మాడిఫై ఆ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ తెలియకుండా నువ్వు లోపలికి వెళ్ళదు తెలియకుండా రీనేమ్ చేయలేవు ఫిజికల్ గా రైట్ నువ్వు ఏ షీట్ నేమ్ అయితే చేంజ్ చేయాలనుకుంటున్నావో ఆ షీట్కి వెళ్ళి దాని మీద డబల్ క్లిక్ అనే చేస్తావు లేకపోతే రీనేమ్ అన్నా రైట్ క్లిక్ అనే చేస్తావు ఆ షీట్ సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకున్న తర్వాతనే యూ విల్ రీనేమ్ రైట్ సో హౌ యూ విల్ సెలెక్ట్ దట్ రీనేమింగ్ షీట్ హియర్ మీరు ఎలా సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకుంటారు రీనేమింగ్ షీట్ manual ga, you will get the name, you will click on that name, you will rename. Same thing here, sheets of Raghu sheet dot name is equal to internal. Okay, you will be selecting that sheet and then you will be putting name. Same thing you have to write in the form of code. Sheets dot Raghu sheet, which is already there. I am selecting that sheet. That sheet name is equal to replace that name. So now here I already have Raghu sheet. When I execute this F8, 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 there is no sheet Raghu. And one more mistake people will do repeatedly is, okay, onto the screen please everyone. You are adding a sheet here, Raghu sheet. You are renaming sheet Raghu to Rahul. That is also fine. It's okay. Raghu sheet already is there. Then only you can rename. Right. Raghu sheet is already added. If you again try this code, sheet will be created. You see here, sheet will be created. But while naming it, say that name is already taken. Try a different one. మనోళ్ళు ఏం చేస్తారంటే మళ్ళీ రన్ చేస్తారు మళ్ళీ రన్ చేసి నాకు షీట్ ఏం రావట్లేదు నాకు ఇచ్చిన పేరు ఎర్రర్ వస్తుందంట దట్ మీన్స్ యూ హ్యావ్ ఆల్రెడీ క్రియేటెడ్ దట్ షీట్ అదే చెప్తుంది ఇక్కడ దట్ నేమ్ ఈస్ ఆల్రెడీ టేకెన్ వై యు ఆర్ రీరన్నింగ్ ఇట్ ఓకే అండ్ కార్తిక్ సార్ ఎనీ క్వశ్చన్స్
No, sir.
Next, if you want to delete the sheet, if you want to delete the sheet, if you want to delete the sheets, sheets of
Therefore, immediately after writing it, right? Just F8.
F8 ఎప్పుడు పోవాలి F5 ఎప్పుడు పోవాలి చెప్పిన మళ్ళీ
F5 is for entire thing. F8 is only
మీకు
for
కోడ్ ఎర్రర్ లేదు వాళ్ళ దెన్ గో విత్ F5 ఒక ఎండ్ యూజర్ రన్ చేసేది F5
okay.
డెవలపర్స్ గా మనం రన్ చేసేది ఎర్రర్ ఫ్రీ లేకుండా రన్ చేసేది F8
when we are deleting it is thrown me a pop-up, without pop-up we can delete.
yes we can delete
But it should give a pop-up, right? Any indication of it.
దేనికి
Okay, in code, okay, right, that is fine.
We know that, so we don't want to get the pop-up selected.
Okay, yeah, that is the reason, okay, we have to do the entire process.
See, automation ఎందుకు అంటే ప్రాసెస్ ఆటోమేషన్ మనం దట్ ఈస్ ఫిక్స్డ్ అండ్ విచ్ ఇస్ రిపీటేటివ్ వాటిని మాత్రమే ఆటోమేట్ చేయడానికి వీలుంటుంది ఓకే సో ఇఫ్ ద చేంజెస్ ఆర్ చేంజింగ్ ర్యాపిడ్లీ యూ కెనాట్ డూ ర్యాపిడ్ చేంజెస్ నీ డెవలప్మెంట్కి అవుతుంది అంత నువ్వు చేంజ్ చేసిన దానికి మళ్ళీ నువ్వు మళ్ళీ చేంజ్ అయితే మళ్ళీ డెవలప్ కావడానికి మళ్ళీ అని రోజులు పడుతుంది ఎన్ని చేంజెస్ చేస్తే ఆ రోడ్ నువ్వు జీవితాంతం యూ కీపింగ్ ఆన్ చేంజింగ్ ద కోడ్ చేంజింగ్ ద లైన్ మీన్స్ people will not bear that much budget, right? Yeah. Okay. So now when you delete here, see here, you are getting it, sir. Good morning. So you can delete automatically. It will delete. Okay. But there is a pop-up window coming up. Okay. There is a pop-up window coming up again, and again I'm running the code. See here, sheets of sheet 9. Okay, again I'm running the code. If I run the code, see what happens. Again I will be getting a pop-up window unless a user click on delete. Any user, a developer or an end user who will not click on delete, this code will not move forward.
Yes, if there is after 10 lines also. You know.
Okay, if there is a break coming in between, any notification coming in between while the process is executing, until unless if you are not closing it manually, it will not go forward. ఒక ప్రాసెస్ కి స్క్రిప్ట్ రాసిన కాపీ పేస్ట్ మధ్యలో ఒక షీట్ డిలీట్ చేసి ఇంకేదో రాసేసిన కింద ప్రాసెస్ మొత్తం నాకు మధ్యలో ఈ నోటిఫికేషన్ వచ్చింది నువ్వు మాన్యువల్గా ఇది క్లిక్ చేయకుండా మిగతా కూడా రన్ కాదు ఓకే సో క్లిక్ ఆన్ డిలీట్ నౌ సో టు bypass this notifications. Okay, to bypass this notification, we have one more line. Okay, keep that in your mind. Okay, so you have to write one line called application dot display alerts. Application, okay, Excel is an application dot display alerts is equals to false. Now if I want to delete, for example, I am deleting sheet 3. Let me put sheet 3 here. Okay, let me put sheet 3 here. Now F8, you're getting a pop-up. So likewise, if any notifications are coming in between the process, okay, you can bypass those by giving this line without notifications. Okay, so these notifications will come definitely.
But if you give true is actually.
True, default గా true ఉంటాయి కదా దానికి మనం ఫాల్స్ లాభం. Phones are coming by metro. No, car. Okay. Next one. Karthik sir. Sarni ma'am.
Yeah, sir.
Good to go.
Yeah, good to go. No problem.
Next one. Shall we move to the next one?
Please.
Module now is bound to which sheet? Each sheet one module. Right?
No, sir. No. Again, a module is a common it's a common thing where you can execute in any other sheet. Okay, any other sheet.
It's common for all the.
It's
sheets
common
in
for all the
particular,
It's common for all the sheets. That's where the concept of object model comes in. If you are giving range or cells, that will execute in all active sheets and active workbooks.
Unless until we give that particular.
Sheet name and workbook.
Sheet name.
Okay, now, so what happens here, if you are giving directly at a time, one workbook will be in active, sir. At a time, only one sheet will be in active. So in the process itself, you have to identify. If in between, if you are opening any workbook, you have to be careful that whether you are working in this workbook or in the open workbook. So that's why you have to change the options. But with range, it will work on active sheets. Active sheets with range. Okay. For example, next coming
How to
to
identify which is active sheet currently. But when we, whatever the sheet name we use, that is an active sheet.
whatever the sheet is in active, that will be in active. We cannot identify. But active sheet yet now we can get it. We can get the sheet name, sir. We can get the active sheet name. But running the code will be in active sheets.
Correct. Which is the active sheet, how to identify?
For example, if you are opening the workbooks, which sheet will be in active?
There will be 10 sheets.
There will be 10 sheets. Whenever you have saved and closed, when you are opening again, that sheet will be active. When you open, you have done some data manipulation.
Sheet 5 is.
When you save,
sheet 5 is
close,
in this
sheet
sheet
five-
4 is active.
Sheet 4 is inactive, right? So this will run in sheet 4 only,
Other sheets.
not other sheets.
Okay, if I write, you have written the code, delete code now
Exactly.
in sheet 4.
Yeah.
But if I go to Rahul sheet, sheet number 6,
Huh.
that code will not work.
It will not work.
Huh?
It will not work. I'll come to that. I'll come to this. Okay. We are still working with sheets. We did not enter with combination of sheets and ranges. We are not yet started. Now I'll start. Okay, done. Anything which you want to know in sheets? Sheet creation you have seen, sheet naming we have seen, renaming we have seen, deletion we have seen. These are very commonly used. There are more, but these are very commonly used codes. Okay, next, in that particular sheet, if you want to work with any particular range, okay, in that sheet, if you want to work with any particular range, okay, this is my active workbook. Right now I'm in active workbook. So in that active workbook, I have many sheets. Many sheets. You have to tell the code. The code will not identify. You have to create, you have to tell the code. Okay. To write in this sheet. So how the sheets are referred? For example, what is the sheet name here? Rahul. Okay. So sheets of Rahul in the sheet. Okay. There is a range called A1 to G10, which we have already seen. Okay. So in this, I will put VBA. Okay. Now, sheets of Rahul. In that, there is a range. In that range, I want to put VBA. Similarly, when you're calling for any formula in any sheet, in any range, you have to mention that sheet name and that range name. Sheet inside that range. In which range you want to work, you have to mention it clearly here in double quotes.
So if I take only A1 to A1.
A1 to A1, no sir.
That's it.
Only A1. I already told sir. A1 to A1, you can directly say A1 only. One cell. One cell. This is the first code is only referring to one cell. One cell. These are the lines.
Multiple cells that VBA will paste in multiple cells.
Multiple cells. Okay. So this is how to refer a single cell. There are three methods. One is cells, range, C3 active cell. Okay. Yes, sir. So this is group of cells, A1 to G10, A1 to G10. Okay. That's where we will be giving input to the any formula, like when we are taking sum.
So there, in the current in the bottom also, instead of range and all, we can give directly big brackets, so A1 to G10.
Yeah, you can give, sir. You can give. But what I suggest, sir, it's an object, right? When you put dots for this referring objects, you will be getting list of properties and methods. Let me show you. Okay, I'm not getting anything.
Dot is not required. Okay.
Simple. I'll tell you, sir. I'm putting dot. Okay. An inbuilt object. సో ఆ రేంజ్ లో ఏమేమి ఉన్నాయో మీకు తెలుసుకోవాలనుకుంటే ఈ మెథడ్ మీరు ఆ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ రిఫర్ చేసి డాట్ పెడితే అవన్నీ చూపిస్తుంది.
So we will go through all these, you know, components like.
Yeah, few. Yeah, clear. Clear. Yeah. What we will do. Yeah, we will discuss. What we will do for each and everything we'll discuss.
Yeah.
The main utilities.
What is the output of that?
Exactly.
that-
The main utilities we'll see, sir. Main utilities.
That is
For
what
example.
actually-
Yeah. Exactly. ఇప్పుడు అదే కదా సార్, ఇప్పుడు షీట్స్ అని డాట్ పెడితేనే కదా నీకు షీట్ యాడ్ చేయడం వచ్చేది.
అవును. అంటే ఈ
Yeah.
options అన్ని కూడా డిస్కస్ చేయకపోతే, see, but there might be a particular logic which I don't know if I don't discuss, if I don't know
Yeah.
the option, I might not know that where I should use, which option I should use.
The only thing, sir, you can reutilize my code. You need not to learn the code.
So,
నా
what is
code ని
the-
reutilize చేసుకోవడం అంటే what I'm trying to say is, if you don't know which changes you have to make the code, waste of sitting in the class. నువ్వు 4-5 వీకెండ్స్ కూర్చొని కోడ్ అన్ని ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసి నీకు ఒక సిచ్యువేషన్ ఇచ్చి, ఇఫ్ ఐ టెల్ యూ టు ఆటోమేట్, ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ నాట్ ఏబుల్ టు ఈవెన్ మేకింగ్ చేంజెస్ ఇన్ ద కోడ్, నేమ్స్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ నేమ్ ఏ షీట్లోకి వెళ్ళాలి, ఎక్కడ కాపీ చేయాలి, ఏ షీట్లో పేస్ట్ చేయాలి, ఏ సెల్ రిఫరెన్స్లో పేస్ట్ చేయాలి అనేది, ఇఫ్ యు నాట్ ఐడెంటిఫై, ఇఫ్ యు నాట్ ఏబుల్ టు డూ దీస్ మేక్ చేంజెస్, అది ఈ కోర్స్ మొత్తంలో ఇట్స్ ద బిగ్గెస్ట్ మిస్టేక్. వై ఐ టెల్ యూ, ఎవ్రీథింగ్ ఈస్ రెడీమేడ్లీ వీఆర్ గెటింగ్ ఇన్ చాట్ జీపీటీ. నువ్వు ఏ షీట్లో వర్కుతున్నావో చాట్ జీపీటీకి తెలియదు, కానీ బేస్డ్ ఆన్ ద కాంటెక్స్ట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు గివ్ ద కోడ్. Okay, you can copy that code, you can reuse that code, but what changes as you have to do as per your requirement, you must know. When you will know, if you know the syntax, if you know the objects properties, what these functionalities will do, if you know that, this will become very simple. అది సార్ మనకి కావాల్సింది, మెయిన్ కావాల్సింది ఇప్పుడు మీరు అడిగిన కాంటెంట్, యా యూటిలిటీస్, యా ఫంక్షనాలిటీస్ అండ్ యూటిలిటీస్. ఇఫ్ యూ అది తెలియకపోతే మీరు ఎక్కడ ఏం చేయలేదు. ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ, జస్ట్ యూ నీడ్ టు, అంతే, అది ఒక్కటి తెలుసుకుంటే ద వరల్డ్ ఈస్ ఇన్ ఫ్రంట్ ఆఫ్ యూ. ఇఫ్ యూ ఓపెన్ చాట్ జీపీటీ, ఇఫ్ యూ ఓపెన్ గూగుల్, ఇఫ్ యూ ఓపెన్ ఎనీథింగ్, ద వరల్డ్ ఈస్ ఇన్ ఫ్రంట్ ఆఫ్. అసలు యూ నో యూ కెన్ క్రియేట్ మ్యాజిక్స్ ఓన్లీ విత్ ఎక్సెల్. యూ కెన్ క్రియేట్ మ్యాజిక్స్. Okay, but the only thing is it's a flat file. It cannot handle bulk data. That is the disadvantage of this Excel. That's where the Oracle came up. That's where the DBSQ came up. That's where the HANA, SAP, everything to store all big data sources, data centers, all came up. Why? Because everywhere, ఇప్పుడు ఒక వెబ్సైట్ బిల్డ్ చేయాలంటే there is a tool, just you can drag and drop and you can say what do you need if you click on this. నువ్వు రాయని అవసరం లేదు కోడ్, అది ఆటోమేటిక్గా డ్రాగ్ అండ్ డ్రాప్ చేసి అదే ఇస్తుంది ఫీచర్స్. జస్ట్ డ్రాగ్ అండ్ డ్రాప్ యువర్ వెబ్సైట్ ఇస్ బిల్ట్. ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు డాష్ బోర్డ్స్, విజువలైజేషన్స్, యూ నీడ్ నాట్ టు డూ ఎనీథింగ్. ఇఫ్ యూ టేక్ ట్యాబ్లెట్, జస్ట్ డ్రాగ్ అండ్ డ్రాప్. పవర్ బిఐ, డ్రాగ్ అండ్ డ్రాప్, యూ నీడ్ నాట్ టు డూ ఎనీథింగ్. ఓకే, సో నౌ ద ఓన్లీ థింగ్ ఈస్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు లెర్న్ what features are there in the tool, how it will fetch. Ante.
Then why people are unable to tell even that that is simple, that Tableau and Power BI,
Yeah.
only drag and drop.
Yeah.
It is not code based.
Sir, if I tell you one thing,
Why people are unable to answer in the interviews?
it depends on the individuals. It depends. I'll tell you one thing, sir. I'll tell you one simple reason.
100.
Yeah.
I find the right profile with a good knowledge, maybe 2-3 people. Or
Exactly,
100. So recently I learned Tableau and the Power BI. So
Can I tell you one answer, sir? Power BI table is extended version of pivot table. Will you agree?
yeah.
Will you agree?
Right, but people are unable to answer the questions.
Yes, sir, that's
Answer the questions.
If-
eventually.
That means they don't have practical knowledge.
Practical knowledge లేదు ఇప్పుడు.
But people will come with, I have 4 years of experience, 6 years of experience in the profile.
Experience only, they will keep what they are learning in. They will only showcase that, but they will not technically look into each and every prospect. వాళ్ళకి ఏం అవసరం ఉందో అక్కడ వరకే చేస్తారు, ఆ రిక్వైర్మెంట్ దక్కది వరకే చేస్తారు. Yes.
The scenario which I explained, you just came with, one simple solution.
Simple logical thinking.
You have worked that kind of, you are into that, I am out of the project.
And a few back I learned that everyone for VBA, so there was a batch of 35 people. Sure. So there are people with mixed experience from 0 years to.
And one more example I'll tell you.
I'm the only one who completed.
I'm the one, ఇంకో ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చెప్తా సార్. 5 members ఉన్నారు, నెక్స్ట్ వీకెండ్కి ఒక్కరే ఉంటారు. Who is losing?
And I have one good example.
15 people. There are 24 people. After 10 days, I have seen only 5 people. The last 15th day, I have seen only one guy. Gone, everything. So, it's based on their interest. Sir. See, yeah.
I will tell you an example, my personal example only.
Hmm.
I go to gym at least twice a week.
Yeah.
In my area, there are 6 to 7 gyms are there.
Mm.
In my area, there are almost 2 hospitals are there.
Mm.
Nobody is getting 6 packs. Even though we have, gyms available, but hospitals are increasing. Everything is there, everything is in online, these days.
Yeah.
But we don't follow. Based on interest.
Yeah, it's the individual interest, sir. Based on. Next, sheet if is done. Now, next one is how to refer sheets. How to refer sheets. Okay. So we are writing in sheets of Rahul A1 to G10. I want something VBA. Right. A sheet reference can be referred two methods here. By identifying the object name. Second one is by position of the object. Okay. So this one, with the help of name I'm saying. Okay, I'll write a comment here. You can easily identify. So this is by sheet name. Okay, you can refer a single sheet by sheet name. Next one, this is by sheet position from left to right. Sheets of 3. Sheets of 3 dot range of A1 to G10 okay now two methods. One is you can identify the sheet name by name.
Sheet, okay, this is the range.
Yes, so this is by identify by name. Okay, so we are humans, we will identify if you are saying in that sheet there is something, you can look into it, but the code should understand, right? You have to write in this way. Yes sir, we have done that. Yeah, see, yeah, this is renaming. Same thing, but here there are two methods. You can refer a sheet in two methods. One is by sheet name, one is by sheet position starting from left to right. Sheet number, position. See, this is third sheet means sheet 4. Rahul.
Sheet number is position.
It's a position of the sheet. Okay. So if I execute this, you can see in sheet 3, it kept Excel. In Rahul sheet, it kept VBA. So a sheet can be referred two methods. Anything is fine. You can go with any of these methods, by sheet name or by sheet position. So I'm going with very basics here. If you are strong with this basics, the combination of these basics only will become a big project. If you're strong with the basics, combination of this will become a project. Okay. There is nothing in Excel if you know, VBA if you know the object model. Anyhow, you have to work with only 3 objects, that is workbooks, sheets, range. Apart from this, you will not find any other objects. అంతకు మించి ఏముండదు. Logically speaking, manually whatever doing, if you flip it in the form of code, that is VBA. Anyhow, you are running step by step. Process automation, first, what you have to do, you have to mention. Second, what you have to do, you have to mention. Third, what you have to do, you have to mention. Exactly.
False.
Mm.
So in case if there is error in the script,
Mm.
that display will come or it will also skip that as well.
No. For that, there is an error will show.
Error will show.
This will give you, display alerts will give you only whatever the Excel alerts. Excel alerts only will be, we are putting application faults. Okay, VB errors will come up.
Sometimes we know that errors will come, but we want to skip the errors, that's also we can do.
We can. For example, you are applying VLOOKUP. If the value is not there, what is the error you are going to get? I see. Here it will throw an error. Code error, not Excel error. Right? So, in runtime, you will be getting some error. Excel application, you will be viewing very few. Only this sheet.delete only you will be getting that sort of notifications. We are bypassing, we are just removing the notifications. But errors in code you will be getting. How to overcome those errors we will discuss in the, it will take time. Okay. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. Yeah. ఒక 3 classes అయితే కానీ I can make you people in a structure. ఇలా వస్తుంది, ఇలా ఉంటుందని ఒక 3-4 classes అయ్యేదాక I have to keep on explaining each and everything. Okay. Done referring the sheets. Okay. We have seen sheets, all the methods. Right. Add, delete. Sheet after కనుక్కోమని చెప్పాను. కనుక్కోండి. Move after ఏదో ఉంటుంది. Sheet after అని ఉంటుంది. అంతకు మించి ఏముండదు. Okay. Exactly. You need not to do anything. Next, how to create workbook wheels. Let's start. Okay, how to create a new workbook in a particular path. Okay, generally, how you will create a new workbook? Generally,
You can add Excel or new Excel workbook and then save as.
okay. First, when you are creating a new workbook, you will do save or you will do save as. First,
Save.
when you are creating new workbook, you will do save as.
Save.
Pawan sir. When you're creating new workbook will open. You will do save or save as.
Save only.
Okay, sir. I'll show you.
Okay, if you want to name it, definitely it should be saved as.
Anyhow, control and will give you new workbook, right?
Yeah.
Okay, na sir. This is save as.
First time it will show. Okay,
Save the file.
This is save as. For existing file, if you are doing any data changes, that is save. For new workbook, it is save as. This is save as, not save. Okay.
Save as book 2.
Yes. Save as.
If you are opening book 2 and doing
Yes.
changes, then we
Yeah.
are making save.
Exactly. So save when you're doing in an existing workbook, that is save. When you're doing in an existing workbook, when you're making any changes, that is save. But for a new workbook, it is save as. This is O365, I can't show. If you have 2019 or 16, it will clearly show. Control S means it will open a window, save as. Now the O365, sir. That's why I. Serve WP create. Okay. Serve WP create. Okay. So for sheets, we are referring sheets object. For range, we are referring range or sales object. Then for workbooks, what is an object I have to use?
Okay.
Workbooks. Sheets, for adding what the code you have. Right.
Sheets.
Sheets dot add. Object dot add. Here also for workbooks or workbooks dot. Okay. Save or save as.
Save as.
Okay. Where you will save as? You will go to browse, you will select a path and you will save. Okay. So file name colon equal to. So for everything when you're writing save as, there is a square bracket. Can you see it? For this square brackets, when you're giving that argument, you have to put this colon equal to. Okay.
The save as, if there's a big bracket, the file name comes in, you have to put a colon.
Save as. I'm giving a space. You have to give a space. Okay. It is asking for the argument. ఏమడుగుతుంది ఫైల్ నేమ్ ఇవ్వండి అని చెప్తుంది. ఆ ఫైల్ నేమ్ అనేది స్క్వేర్ బ్రాకెట్ లో మీరు చూసారో లేదో. అది ఏదైనా ఫంక్షన్ కి అలా స్క్వేర్ బ్రాకెట్ ఉంటే ఆ ఫంక్షన్ నేమ్ రాసి అది రాసి దానికి కోలన్ ఈక్వల్ టు అని పెట్టాలి. ఇట్స్ అ రూల్. ఓకేనా సార్? యూఆర్ గెటింగ్ మీ. సింపుల్ ఈక్వల్ టు పెడతారా? ఇట్ విల్ త్రో అన్ ఎర్రర్. ఇట్స్ అ రూల్. కోలన్ ఈక్వల్ టు. ఓకే. సో
We can't use the big brackets. There.
you can use brackets.
Save as, we can use big bracket.
You can use, but you have to give this argument. మీరు బ్రాకెట్ ఇచ్చినా ఇవ్వకపోయినా ఈ ఫైల్ నేమ్ అనే మెథడ్ రాసి కోలన్ ఈక్వల్ టు పెట్టాలి. దట్స్ హౌ ద స్క్వేర్ బ్రాకెట్ మీన్స్. ఓకే. అండ్ రైట్ వేర్ యూ వాంట్ టు క్రియేట్. Okay. Generally, you will be using selecting the path file and you will be giving the extension. You have to do the same thing here.
That file name compulsory.
Exactly.
Just.
I'll write.
If you write only save as and then call it equal to, it will not work.
File name, it's an argument, you have to give that name. Okay. Okay. I'm choosing this path. Okay. Generally, you will be browsing and you will be keeping. Okay. This is only a path. I did not give the workbook name. Backslash. Give the workbook name.
Not with double quotes.
Workbooks, add, save as the file name in this path, including the file name. Okay, this is the mandatory link.
First thing is, since it is a, the name that we are giving, to already it is under course, so we don't give the course again.
ఎక్కడ కోడ్స్ ఇవ్వలే?
That 654 key course. So since it is.
This is only the path.
Yeah, so entire path.
When you are giving extension, automatically it will save the file in that extension. You will not give any backslash for file types. For any format you cannot give. Path అనేది ఇక్కడ వరకే ఉంటుంది. ఎక్స్టెన్షన్ మాత్రం ఏ సాఫ్ట్వేర్ కి ఆ ఎక్స్టెన్షన్ ఉంటుంది. Okay, you need not to give double quotes here. Okay, in this you are creating with this directly, you have to give at the end double quotes. It's a fixed text.
Even patch 654, we can use spaces, right?
You can give.
The file name contains spaces generally.
Then you can.
But not specified.
Yeah.
Okay, so this will create the workbook. Okay, this will create the workbook.
What if we don't do .xlsx? It will automatically take sometimes by default.
It will take default, but it makes sure that you give.
Also, since we are writing code, we have to give XLSM or XLSX.
XLSX only. Very good question. XLSX or XLSM?
Here it should be
XLSM.
Sir, XLSX. Okay, I'll tell you the answer. No worries. Okay, see here, sir. We are writing the code here. Okay, wherever you are writing the code, that file should be in XLSM format. Okay, when you are creating a new workbook, that should not be in XLSM format. It can be any XLSX format.
But we can create XLSM also, right?
Even if you create, what is the point? Can you code writing the code? You can't write. You can't. You are already writing the code in XLSM. It's a macro file. Again, why you want to create a file and will you throw the code in that file through code? It's not possible, right? అవునా కదరా? Okay. So we are not creating a macro file. We are creating an Excel file which will, run by a macro file. Run by a macro file, we are creating an Excel file. Okay. So now, right. So now which workbook is inactive when you're creating a new workbook?
It's created but not opened, the one.
It's created means it will open. Workbooks.add.save means it will open. It will blindly, it will not create in that. It will open. This is the code which is creating and opening the file. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Okay. Right. Done. What is the next step? How to identify that code? How to identify that name of the file? Since you have given the name of the file, okay, for now, you have to give your file name.
Sir, Raghu sir, sorry. So after the path name, what you have added?
After the path, I gave a backslash. This is still the path, sir. This is only the path. Inside the path means you have to give a backslash and the file name with the extension.
Okay. I don't know. Not getting that.
Can we do like this? Can we create a file with XLSS? That means I have written 10 pages of code, let's say 10 different codes, okay?
It is getting an expected end of the statement error, Raghuji.
1 second, 1 second, 1 second.
I want to give some portion of that code, okay? So that I can create XLSM file and copy that code into that file and save it to another folder. Can I do that?
Absolutely. Why?
Because I'm giving some task to some junior, okay, he has to do that automation. I don't want him to do the entire thing because somewhere I need some like analyzation. So I would like to create a file.
You can't.
Then you can give the other code which you don't want in codes so that it won't execute.
Yeah. But you cannot. Macro file though inko macro file you can create, but what is the point of creating అనేది నాకు? You will not write the code in that, right? దానికంటే Excel SB లో సేవ్ చేసుకోండి. It will save some memory. Exactly. Yeah. Adi answer. Okay. So already when you are creating a workbook, how many sheets are there?
Generally 3.
Generally 1 in the new.
Yeah, in the new it is 1.
1. Okay. If you want to use that sheets, okay, 1.range
We have already created the batch 654.xlsx.
Yeah.
So while referring to these, again we have to put XLSX on it.
That is in different path. This is in different path.
That path we have created batch 654.xlsx.
That is in different path. The file which I have created a macro file, that is in different path.
Not the previous file.
This
file will be a problem. This file we have already in the first line we have created like the file name as batch 654.xlsx.
Okay.
Let's say 700, not 6. Okay. So while referring in the below sheet, again we have to refer with the .xlsx or we can exclude it. Since we
It's better that you have to put XLSX. It's better. You cannot, but I prefer putting .xlsx. Why? Because if any other file with that same name, it might confuse.
Okay, in a different path with the same file name.
I'll keep that. I suggest you keep. Okay. I suggest to keep. Okay. Karthik sir, you are asking something. Come on, please.
No, I got it. No problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
So got it. So next one. I'm putting some text here. Okay. Then after, I want to save the file. Okay. Again, I want to close the file. Okay. So this where the most of the projects are built in between. Okay. Okay. So firstly, I'm showing this where the project starts from. Okay. And this where, okay, the projects are closed after completing. Okay. In between, anything is workbooks, sheets, formulas, formattings, bold, italic, formulas, charts in between. Everything comes in between.
Dynamic tables also.
Dynamic table. Yes, sir.
For example, I was preparing user forms. Okay, if I select how many columns I want the table to be extended. For example, in one situation, I may require only 5 columns. In another situation, I may require 10 columns.
Calculating the data used. Calculating the data used. Yes, sir. My term, what I'm, yeah, in programming term, I'm saying, you already have the data. You already have the data, for example, but you don't know how many rows and columns are there. You know it?
I know only number of years.
Number of
Years.
years.
For example, I will.
Hmm.
When I'm doing pricing, one contract may be for 5 years.
Okay.
Another contract may be for 15 years.
Okay.
Another contract may be for 8 years.
Okay.
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 So, in the user form, when I was selecting my contract tenure, okay, again, by tenure, I need to be able to give a condition whether it is including transition transformation or just a lift and shift. And these are all conditions will
Already that is present in the data.
it will not be. By giving that user form, okay, the option selection, whatever I select on the user form, it should create that in the Excel as a table.
Data entry. User form entry.
It's a data entry kind of thing.
Data entry. Yeah, you can do, sir.
I want data entry in user form only.
It's a simple, sir. It's a simple thing. Improving, developing macros process automation is difficult. Developing a user form, it's a 3 minutes of job.
User form and all the calculations, the percentage
Yeah.
is.
That depends on the complexity of the situation.
Will be complex.
Exactly, sir. Exactly. So every time, see, you know the whole process. You can dig in, you can do whatever at any pitch of time. You are in a position to tell this is not, we can do this. You can suggest. But if I sit on that, zero. My knowledge is zero on that. No, sir. So if you're asking me a simple user form, it might take only 5 to 10 minutes for me to develop. But based on the functionality, functional type, you are the awesome guy. Okay, no one can beat you. You can't beat me. So yeah, yes, sir. The combination of this is there.
Always I cannot come back to.
Yes, sir. That is true. That is true, sir. So what I'm trying to say is, it's very easy, sir. It's not a complex one. I'm trying to say, it's very easy, not a complex one. But handling pure programming content is difficult. That you have to concentrate on. The logics. That is only the
Logics, I will give you.
yes, sir. Logics, sir. Everywhere there is a solution. The only thing is logicality. We are missing. That is all. If you are clear, well versed with the logics. So now, as I told you, the most projects code will start with opening the workbook. In between, you can do whatever you want. You can close it. Okay, let me run this. Okay. It got created. You can see. It got created. Okay. This is the workbook. It got created. Okay. It will put some text over there.
I got a minimized screen while you got a file full of the screen. Full screen file, Excel file.
Full screen file. Do maximum and see.
While I'm working, it got me.
Save and close.
Then if you run the code again, we'll override the current code.
No, It will ask, it will throw an error. Already the book is there.
Okay.
Again, the same answer which where I told you about sheets.add.me. Do you want me to replace it?
See, you have here batch 54 created, right?
Yes.
The next line, okay, is it taking the same file or different,
Same file.
same file, right?
అందుకనే కదా ఇక్కడ వర్క్ బుక్ నేమ్ ఇచ్చింది ఐడెంటిఫై చేయడానికి నేను ఇచ్చాను.
The same batch 4 file would have been saved in 2024. Same file, okay.
Hmm.
So in that scenario,
Hmm.
like it will fix this file or it will confuse.
Switch off.
Hmm.
Switch off screen. Then I have to actually.
You need that. Okay. For me, I'm getting it right.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
చూస్తాను.
This is our
చెప్పు చెప్పు.
same file ఉంది. ఈ
Hmm.
year లో ఉంది.
Hmm.
Next year లో ఇంకోటి create అవుతుంది.
Hmm. Hmm.
ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు నేను డాకులు ఇప్పుడు నేను క్రియేట్ చేస్తాను.
Hmm.
అదే మనం క్రియేట్ చేసిన ఫైల్లో వర్క్ చేస్తుందా, లేకపోతే ఆల్రెడీ సిస్టమ్ లో ఇంకో ఫైల్ ఉంది, అంటే ఆ ఎగ్జాక్ట్ పాత్ లోనే వర్క్ అవుతుందా కోడ్ అనేది, లేకపోతే సేమ్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ సేమ్ ఫైల్ ఇంకో నేమ్ తో సేమ్ నేమ్ తో వేరే చోట ఫైల్ క్రియేట్ అయ్యింది, పిక్ చేసుకుంటున్నారు అట్లా ఎలా.
ఇప్పుడు నువ్వు ఇచ్చిన పాత్ ఇచ్చిన ఫోల్డర్ లో మాత్రమే అక్కడనే వర్క్ చేస్తాయి, ఇంకా ఇక్కడ వర్క్ చేయి. హలో बोलो भाई. Okay, done. Right? So now the simple next question. Next thing, I'll have a tier once. Okay, I complete this. Okay. Next, how to open a workbook in a particular path. Open. Okay, this is how we can open an existing workbook in any path. Pawan sir.
Yeah.
The first line, which will tell you how to open workbook which is open. Same course, sir. There is no change at all. Workbooks, you have to add dot save as file name here, dot open, give the path with the file extension. It will open, and the content which you wanted to do in between, close, save, and open. You can write all the project requirements in between.
Even the sheet name as well, sheet name, basically.
Exactly. I'm adding a sheet name with name Raghu. Yeah.
In that sheet.
Yes, yes, yes,
Then you save it.
yes.
Close.
This is just like, you know,
Why we need to write that CLSE in the
CL. No, sir, it's a comment. It's comment. I wrote example as an example. This way the project, the real-time projects will start from here by creating the workbook. In between, you can do whatever the things, requirements you have, you can write in between and you can close. That's where I wrote both the lines with comments. It will not execute. That's it. It's a comment. When you put single quote, it's a comment. It will not execute that line. Where you can comment each and every line while you're writing the code. Okay. Most of the people will not do. If you want, you can write. If not, why? Because none of the other person should come to know my code. They has the, you know. Karthik sir, any questions? Tarni ma'am, any questions?
No, sir.
Hey, Rahul, ఎందుకు రాదు అది వస్తుంది చూడు. Yeah, see, put it in double quotes. See, if you are missing any of these dots or double quotes, error. Definitely an error. Yeah. So see, it will open and it will create Raghu sheet. Okay. If you want, you can check before closing. See, it got created Raghu sheet and it got pasted some data, which is already thrown. Yeah, it added. Okay. And it is closing. Simple. Very necessary. The names, calling the names should be kept in double quotes. Definitely. Any sheet name, any workbook name, any range name. Okay, I call it as range name. Cell name. Okay. If you're selecting anything here, it will give you the name, cell name. Okay. We identify, right? As a person, we'll come to know physically. But how the code understands, you have to tell, right? Workbooks of WS dot sheets of sheet 1 dot D1 to B4. It's showing an error. Error చూపిస్తున్నా. Subscript out of range అంటే subscript out of range అంటే రాహు W టెస్ట్ ఎస్ఎల్ రాశితో ఇక్కడ రాహుల్ డబ్ రాశి సబ్స్క్రిప్ట్ అవుట్ ఆఫ్ రేంజ్ అంటే ఆబ్జెక్ట్ దొరకలేదు. నువ్వు క్రియేట్ చేసింది ఆర్ఏ హెచ్యు, నువ్వు రాసింది ఆర్ఏ హెచ్యు. ఓకే, సబ్స్క్రిప్ట్ అవుట్ ఆఫ్ రేంజ్ అంటే you are by user, it's in your hands. You are not writing the proper object name, subscript out of range. Okay, you are not identifying the name properly. Okay. Okay, Karthik sir, Tarni ma'am.
Yeah, no problem.
I will take a break for 10 minutes, sir. I'll have some water, cup of tea, and come back. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Hello, I'm back here. Everybody there?
Okay.
It will come, time will come for everyone. Don't worry.
Yes.
Karthik sir, you're there?
Yeah, yeah,
Tarni ma'am, are you
there.
there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay, I'll show you an example. You can correlate what he's showing in Excel. I'll show you the same thing. Connectivities ఉంటాయి సార్, connectors ఉంటాయి. Sir, can you see here?
So this is slices and graphs in Excel.
In Excel. Same thing, if you're clicking on particular thing,
Yeah, this one I am doing regularly in Excel.
same thing you will find there.
Okay.
Same thing, same charts, everything you will find there. The only look and feel will change into that is published in server. This is you are looking at the flat level thing. You have to open the flat file.
One more
Yes,
advanced PA.
yes. So same features can be done, but that is costing. This will be open source across every machine as Excel. You need not to
Can
do
handle large data.
large. That cannot handle large data sets. Only can handle.
I don't know, because I handle up to 40,000 or 50,000 data.
I handle 10 crores of
No,
data.
but
in
even
Canada.
for me, see, large data
Incident.
means how many rows?
Some crores.
Rows of rows.
Yes.
But I will not have that much of,
This is the best one.
no, I will not have that much of rows.
Yeah, this is the best one, sir. For normal, you can go for Excel.
Yeah,
If it is beyond 4 lakhs or 5 lakhs, you can go with,
But to reach 1 lakh also, it takes for 10 years for me.
you can go with simple Excel.
Rather than that,
Power BI is also
Power BI
fine.
is enough. Sir, Power BI యొక్క future ఏంటంటే on the go you can see the report. You can drill down, you can see at any point of level, you need not to prepare any PPTs or anything. Just click on the link. Yeah, the data refresh will happen at the same time. And on the go, you can show it any director, any meeting, in any, you need not to prepare any live go. And any team can see, view that data. By clicking on that link, they will open the dashboard. They can click on their application. How is their performance? They can easily see.
first,
That is the advantage of Power BI.
let us see
Yeah.
in Excel.
Actually,
Same thing probably, I'll take it to my boss.
yes. So next one. So we have learned about workbooks, sheets, and ranges. We have seen this. Now coming to the formatting parts means how to format the data. Data is ready-made available everywhere. You need not to prepare any data. Data will come to you. You have to format the data. You have to prepare reports. You have to do X, Y, Y, Z, Z based on your requirements. How to format the data now wheels. Okay. So where you will be doing the formattings? On the workbooks, on the sheets, on the range.
Range and service.
Only range. Formatting is done only on range. If it is heading, you have to make bold, increase the size of the text, and apply background color. That is called as heading. In the below, you have the data. You need to format, align it properly. That is what you will be doing. So without range selection, you can't perform all these actions. With including range only, you will be doing that. Okay. So how to work with those formats? Okay. Let's see.
There is the data that's there, like, right now there is no header. So we can insert a line and make some header columns and then we can format.
We will do here.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, we will do here. Same thing.
Yeah.
Formatting means everything will come under.
Yeah, insert.
Changing the date format, changing the text format, changing everything will come under formatting only. Applying background color will come in format. Okay. Everything will come under formatting only. Whatever you see in home tab will come under formatting only. Everything. Filtering, sorting, formatting, based on conditional formatting, number formats, alignments, font related things, text related, everything comes under formatting. Okay. So you can put your questions based on anything else, sir. See, for example, that's what, based on the context, I'm writing the name. Based on the context for which project I'm working, for which task I'm writing, in that context only I'm bringing out some name. It can be name anything. Yes, it's a name. Sorry,
But range is not.
range is not a specific thing. It's a name of the macro, name of the program which we are defining. So on the context where I am writing, I'm picking that word, a particular word relating to this context for what script I'm generating. That's it. Okay. It can be anything. Right. So range of properties. I'm calling it as range of properties in a learning prospect. In real time, for whatever you are writing, you can name that. Removing duplicates. Okay. Getting the sheet names. Coloring the rows. So all these kind of things you can write as per your requirement. Okay. So now range properties. So if I put a heading, how will you put a heading? A1 to G1. Okay. Let me take an example. Let's learn all the properties and methods. Then I'll take into some real-time example. Then I'll show you how I'm formatting the data. Okay. First, let's learn about the font thing. Okay, font thing. Without selecting the range, can you get into font? No. No, right? First, you are going to select the range. In range only you have, okay, font. Here you have clickable buttons for bold and italic. Okay. If you are pressing, that is true. If you are unpressing, means false. You have buttons here. Okay. So you need not to write the code, just say bold is equal to. Okay. So before that, let me write some text from A1 to G10 so that it becomes bold. You will come to know exact what it is doing. I'm putting only one text. I cannot put different text. I can, but if data is already there, I can. Okay. Right. So you have to prepare that. But meanwhile, I'm just putting a random text, only one text. Okay. Karthik sir, you are able to? Tarni ma'am.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. So I'm making font bold. These are clickable buttons on the application. That's why it is true or false. Okay. Range A1 to G10. If you want to make italic, font dot italic is equal to.
By default, it is false for here. Right?
Exactly. Okay. So if I put any text, you can see. You are getting Excel. It is making text bold and it is making italic. Okay. Right. So in font related thing, what are the other things which we will be doing? Okay. Font we have seen, italic we have seen. If you want to increase the font size, like for example, in the drop down, you have the sizes. Okay. So range of A1 to G1 dot font dot size equal to give the number. It's already 11. You can make it as 14 if you want to increase the font size through automatic code, through automation. Okay, font size. This is how we are going to do it. Without selection, you can't enter into the font. Okay, we are selecting the range. In that there is a font. I want to increase the size of the font. Okay, done. What else we have? Italic, not italic. Font color.
Cell size will be
Yes, sir.
auto match.
Yes.
Auto size.
Auto. Yes, sir. Yes. That we'll be learning here. I'll be covering it. Okay. So range again A1 to G1 dot font dot color. Okay. So font dot color we have to give in VB only. VB red, VB yellow, VB green. Okay. In this format only, if you know the color name, please give the color name. If not, there is an alternate way. Okay. Right now, fix for this color only at this moment. Okay. So I don't want to make you people more confused. First learn this. Later on, I'll tell you font dot color number. Okay, there are color numbers which is going to generate. There are 55 colors. So from that you can select. Okay, but I have to run the script, right, to get 55 colors. What are those 55 colors? When I'm discussing loops, I'll discuss those 55 colors, and what are the number of color you want to use. You can select that number, you can use as per your requirement. For now, it will be VB green, VB red, VB yellow. You can give any color name. Okay. Automatically it will convert here. It's a name. When there's a predefined object name, it will convert. You need not to give it capital, you need not to give small. Just give whatever the colors I'm mentioning. Will be red, yellow, green, only mention these colors.
So we have to give it green G in capital or E? Because I just given it as orange, it hasn't taken
I told only give
3 colors.
RGB.
exactly. RGB, red, green,
Yellow.
RGY. RGB also is.
RGB and CM.
Right. So different color combinations are there. Okay, but yeah, by name, give these colors only right now. Okay, we have color and we have color index. We have color index. Color index we'll discuss later. Okay, right now go with only color. That is VB red, VB yellow, VB green. Meanwhile, okay. See, I'm writing in small. It will automatically convert it to capital. You need not to give. Why? Because already it's there. Okay.
Who have given it as T?
Okay. Font color is done. What else you have in font? No. Next. We can, but we will be not using it, right? I'll tell you. Underline is there. Strike through mostly we'll be not using. There is a code, but is there anything which is useful, very frequently useful thing? Underline.
Can we also add the borders for that cells?
Borders will not come under font. Borders will again is a separate one. Okay. Only font related thing I'm discussing all the things. What we will be using very frequently. Okay.
Okay.
That is not a font. Background is not a font. Yes. Font dot there are two. Yeah.
No, I'm saying equal to true.
You have to write like italic equal to true, like underline equal to true, you have to write. What is this?
Is not necessary.
No, is.
Okay. Let me remove the format. Let's see each and every formats. Okay, clear format. Excel is already there. Font, italic, font size, font color, and underline.
Raghuji, can you remove that browser?
It is there, sir. It is there, sir. Let me.
Can you close that pop-up message?
Where underline also you can make it bold.
Increase the
Sorry. I think it is from my system. Sorry.
Line size we can increase to bold.
No. Can the end is underline size.
border size we can.
Border, it is not underline.
Underline. Border size we can.
No, that is just an underline wherever it is.
You can put single underline, we can put double underline. Yes, sir. I already made bold. So if you see already bold, italic underline is there. Underline it will just simple underline. But the bottom border, you can increase the line size.
Borderless, you can put dots.
Yeah, dotted line. I'll talk about borders. Only we use double border, all borders. If you want bottom border, there are different types. There you can use. Karthik sir, tell me, you're asking something.
Here we can put double.
Nothing. It's actually it's my system throwing the pop-up message, so I don't. No issues. Thank you.
Range of A1 to G1 dot font. I might forget. Madhyala. So I will refer it during that time. So this is related to font. Okay. So next we'll jump into the background color if you want. Okay. How to apply background color. Check.
Now we have created all.
Okay.
Already one.
Sub clear formats. Only one line, range of A1 to G1, A1 to G1 dot clear. See here. Okay. You can clear anything which you want.
Oh, here.
అదే కదా ఇప్పుడు range dot if you say clear means clear everything will be cleared. Clear comments if you want to clear comments. Clear formats only clearing formats. Clear hyperlinks when there are hyperlinks if you want to clear you can clear all these. Okay. ఈ ఒక్కటి చూస్తే మీకు మిగతా అన్ని అక్కడనే వచ్చేస్తాయి. Okay. If you want clear formats just do clear formats. That's it. So see here all the formats are clear.
The font size also go back to.
Here I have taken 190 size here, zoom in. Satish, here I have taken 190 size because of that you're seeing it's very big.
Not that, I'm saying the font size has gone back to 11, 14.
Yeah, by default one it will go, right?
Yeah.
All the formats will be removed, right? If you're not specifying. కదా అదే కదా ముందుకు ఏది ఇచ్చినామో అదే కాక నుంచి ముందుకు వెళ్తుంది యా దెన్
To making it bold, italic.
యా వాట్ ఎవర్
Made
అప్పుడే
the font
యా
size to 8,
యా
then made it to 14 and bold and italic. Now I'm clearing the formats, it is not going back to 8.
డిఫాల్ట్
Here also you can write with the same, before end sub, you can write it.
ఏ సార్
After Excel double, you
Ah.
can give that range A1 G1 dot clear formats. Then
యా యూ కెన్ రైట్ సార్ ఇది మీరు యూస్ చేసుకుంటారంట సార్ ద కంటెంట్ విల్ బి యూస్ఫుల్ ఫర్ యూ దీంట్లో కలిపితే ఇది ఓన్లీ ఫాంట్ రిలేటెడ్ థింగ్ సార్ ఆల్ రిలేటెడ్ టు ఫాంట్ హ్యావ్ రిటన్ సో ఇఫ్ యూ నీడ్ ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ టు రిఫర్ జస్ట్ ఓపెన్ దిస్ యూ కెన్ రిఫర్ దీస్ లైన్స్ యూ కెన్ కాపీ దిస్ అండ్ యూ కెన్ మోడిఫై జస్ట్ అ రేంజ్ ఇఫ్ మీరు ఇది మారుస్తే చాలు దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ మై హోల్ ఇంటెంట్ వాస్ ఓకే సో ఈ క్లియర్ ఫార్మాట్స్ అంటే యూ కెన్ జస్ట్ డూ క్లియర్ అండ్ యూ కెన్ చూస్ ఎనీ వన్ ఆఫ్ దోస్ ఇది యూజ్ చేసి అది ఆబ్జెక్ట్ నేను కొడితే మీకు అన్ని యూజ్ అవుతుంది సో అందుకని సపరేట్ కదా సార్ దట్స్ ఇట్
Here we can put a comment here.
ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ టు ఓకే సో నెక్స్ట్ అలైన్మెంట్స్ okay how many types of alignments you have
right,
two types
bottom.
two types yes sir yes sir yes agree two types one is horizontal alignment next one is vertical if you go to horizontal you will find left right and center if you go to vertical alignment you have top bottom middle okay I'll show you all the alignments okay sub alignments okay as I'm saying you can use the same terminology like how I'm speaking range dot horizontal alignment that's it You need, there is no separate object for it. Okay, so range of A1 to G1 dot, yes, by default, it will be in
Left,
text will be
left,
left,
number will be.
right. So it is text, I am moving it to right.
So, how to recognize that whether it is a test or number? Here we need to use that logic, right?
No, sir, we are, whatever the content it might be, but we are making it to correct alignment, right? Why you want to get that?
Sometimes numbers will be saved in text form.
So I want to write here. In the horizontal alignment, I want to write a condition if that cell has a text, then it should start with left. If it is number, it should start, the alignment should be right.
Already-
That I want to write.
Yeah, already it's there. It is there. You need not to do anything. Okay. So if you want to write, if you want to write, if we can put the condition, we can write. By checking, taking the cell value. If it is a text, right align to left. If it is a number, align to right.
Right now, we are putting
Yeah.
center.
Yeah, right now. So that is, we have to put the conditions, but Excel already have kept. Excel already has kept. If you want, you can write the code, you can write. Okay, that thing. And already it is in left. Text got left in. So I'll make it as Excel right.
Right.
Excel right. Okay. Anni chuddam sir. Everything, not only that. Excel left. Center. Okay. Let's decrease the size of the cell. We can increase column width. I'll show you. We can increase in the code itself. I'll show you. But meanwhile, manually, I'm doing. I'm making it as 50. Okay. Right, left, center. Okay. If you increase the width, height of any cell in the same cell, you can view the vertical alignment. Okay. So range of A1 to G1 dot vertical alignment is equal to Excel top. Already it is in bottom. Excel top. Okay. Excel bottom. Yes.
Excel is common.
The Excel is common.
For colors, VB is common.
Yes, VB is common. Okay. So again, right, left, center, top, bottom, center. Okay. So ఇప్పుడు ఇవన్నీ తెలుసుకున్న తర్వాత, if there is any repetitive task, do you feel that do you need to work very hard to automate this and ఏమన్నా time taking process ఉందా? If you learn this, సార్ అర్థం కాలే క్వశ్చన్. We are doing all this, right? In your repetitive work, if there is anything kind of task which you wanted to do, if you automate this by knowing this, how much time you're spending to automate any task after knowing this? Very simple, like hardly any. So you can save a lot of your time with this. Makandikane, we have cost savings also for any project by automating how much time you are saving. So in that we'll convert into dollars again. Dollars, how many percents, how many hours, how much we have saved. అన్ని నెంబర్స్ కొంచెం అటు ఇటే ఉంటాయి సార్, నో అక్యురసీ, బట్ యా రైట్. సో ఎనీ రిపీటెడ్ టాస్క్ కెన్ బి ఆటోమేటెడ్ నౌ. ఓకే, ఏదైనా And if you don't know the code, this is Copilot, similar to ChatGPT. Microsoft has Copilot. There is one more thing, deep CI ఏదో వచ్చింది చైనా వాళ్ళు అది డీప్ సిక్ ఏదో వచ్చింది. So there is more and more AI tools are coming up. Okay, in my Excel already I have integrated with one. Okay,
It will be there in the drive. You can check it. You are going to save this in drive, right?
yes sir, I'll share it in the WhatsApp group also. You can download or you can do it. Okay, so if you don't know anything, the only thing VBA code for horizontal alignments.
If the center is not working,
Excel center.
it's not working.
నా దాంట్లో వర్క్ చేసింది దాంట్లో వర్క్ ఎక్సెల్ సెంటర్
Right and left hand work, center is not working.
Please check here this one.
Vertical alignment.
Yeah, done.
You just go back to that code, here, define range, is that the range is equal to this workbook.
Sir.
We are not writing this workbook, no, we are writing just workbook only.
I'll tell you, sir. I'll tell you why. Where in this session I cannot talk about this workbook. So there will be a situation in next coming day sessions where I'll be discussing what is active workbook, what is this workbook. Okay. Right. If there are two workbooks, sir, if you want, I can tell you it right away. So I'm just going into the code. Okay, I'm maximizing the screen. What is this? Just now, we created a new workbook. Okay, we created a new workbook. We created a new workbook means how many workbooks we are working, sir? When we are creating two workbooks, when we are creating a new workbook means how many workbooks we are working? One.
Where the code is written and the view.
That is one workbook. And whatever we have written code, that is second workbook. Okay, there are two workbooks we are working with. When we are opening a workbook from current book to the next other one. Right, two workbooks we have. Okay, so there is a template. There is a template in my current workbook. In the template itself, in the current workbook where I am running the code, I will prepare that template in this workbook only. Where in this workbook, where code is there in this workbook only. Okay, so from here I am creating a new workbook. Okay, new workbook. So now which will be in active position? When you're opening a new workbook, when you're creating a workbook, which will be in active position? The new workbook or the opening workbook will in active position. That is called as active workbook. Okay, okay. Earlier this was inactive. When we run the code, which is becoming active? Got to know the difference? What is active workbook? Next one, this workbook. This workbook means wherever you are writing the code, that is called as this workbook. I already written my template here. ఈ template ని అన్నిట్లలో యూస్ చేసుకుంటాను నా రిపోర్టింగ్ స్ట్రక్చర్స్ లో. Okay, I'm already opening a workbook which is active. This is inactive. From this workbook, I want to copy the format to this workbook. Okay, this workbook means where your template is saved, wherever you are writing the code will be in this workbook. Okay, I want to refer this workbook. I'll copy that content. I'll paste it here. Now, what the difference between active workbook and this workbook? ఇక్కడ వాడు రాసింది అదే. This workbook is nothing but the current workbook which you are working code is, that is this workbook. And I'll show you where is that this workbook. If you go to the code, can you see this workbook in the project window? This is project window. At the bottom, can you see this workbook? Referring to that work. Wherever we are writing the code, we are referring to that work.
So that this workbook is basically that, this module where this
Exactly.
code is working.
At the end,
What about other sheets then? On three.
in this workbook only the sheets are there, right?
Okay, in this workbook.
In this workbook only all these sheets are coming up. Okay, so active this workbook. So when you're dealing with two workbooks, you must know what is in active, what is this workbook.
This workbook is based one.
Yeah,
Where the code is-
I'll tell you. Content చెప్పి చెప్తా. Okay, I'll tell you. Don't worry about it. Okay. అది సార్ అడిగింది కాబట్టి జస్ట్ గ్లిమ్స్ ఇచ్చాను అంతే. Okay. So we have seen the alignments. Next, we'll see borders. Okay. Range of A1 to G1 borders. Okay, borders in range we have borders. Just now you talked about thin line, big line, all those will comes under line style. Line style. Okay, if I go to Excel, okay, this is called continuous. Okay, I remembered only 2-3 names that I'll write, remaining you can find out. Okay, so next, line style. Or if you are not able to spell it correctly, okay, remove this, put equal to, okay, give a space, okay, put equal to or equal to, don't give a space, control space, you will be getting the list of things. Okay, start writing Excel continuous. Okay, right, control space will give you after equal to what you have to put, you will be getting list. A object use chestano dani తెలియదు. We have to choose from the list. Okay, then again range of
It's kind of top down. It will give you available list of things.
నీకు తెలియాలి ముందే.
Okay, that's it. Which I want to do.
What is that continuous, what it gives?
All borders, no breaks, all borders. Okay, ఇంకా 2-3 చెప్తా సార్, దాంట్లో మీకు you will be getting clarity. Okay, borders dot line style, dotted border, dotted line border. Excel none. None. Excel none. None means
No borders.
no words. Okay, see here. All borders, continuous means all borders. Dotted borders, no borders, double borders, and no borders.
Yes, the border can be bold also, right?
Yes, sir. అక్కడ లైన్ బార్డర్ ఇంక్రీజ్ చేసేది ఉంది. అది నేను ఐ హావ్ నాట్ సీన్. Excel thick weight. Thick. Excel.
What Excel?
Excel thick. Yeah. ఈ చిన్నవి వచ్చేస్తాయి సార్, మిగతా వీ కెన్ ఐడెంటిఫై ఈజీ. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ విల్ క్లోజ్ ఫర్ ది డే. Yeah, so almost we have seen with the practice, borders we have seen, alignments we have seen, formats we have seen, range, open, and all we have seen. See here, these many codes we have seen. Okay, ఇవి నేను చేస్తుంటే you feel very thrilled. Once you keep your hands on your keyboard, if you try, ఏది రాదు. పేపర్ మీద సంతకం పెట్టిస్తా, షూర్. ఓకే, అంటే కాన్ఫిడెన్స్, నా కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ ఆ లెవెల్ ఉంటుంది. ఎందుకనంటే nobody after this, nobody will open this, nobody will look into this, nobody will touch this until next weekend when the class starts. Okay, if you keep on practicing, if you keep on remembering, if you even just look at what this code does, that is more than enough. You can remember most of the things. If you are not doing so, you will just feel excitement for the class, but you can't do anything. Excitement works. You feel excited in the class, okay, but you will not work excitement. So you will fail definitely. Adi matram pakka. Okay, last one, ఇది ఒక్కటి చెప్తే అయిపోతుంది. బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ కలర్. అగైన్ రిమెంబర్ దోస్ 3 కలర్స్, రైట్? ఓకే, G1 dot interior dot color. Okay, if I run this, okay, so example, if they give any code, if you are getting any data, if you want to clean it, if you want to make it clear with proper alignments, with proper headings, with proper everything, okay, so you can use all these formatting techniques to clean your data, to look it better, not cleaning, to look it better. Mali cleaning comes for each and every cell. If they give space, if they give some unrecognizable text, okay, if there is some part of text which needs to be removed for the reporting purpose, so all this comes under also in cleaning. But for formatting, these all are the steps.
G1 to G1.
Yes,
When I
interior dot.
No, when I press control space.
No, when you put equal to, only control space will work. When you put a particular object, when you are putting dot, you will be getting the sub properties and methods of that object. When you put equal to, what actions you need to perform, you have to put it in equal to. ఇది ఈ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ రిలేటెడ్ థింగ్స్. Okay, example, chair. Chair is an object. Okay, dot sit, we can sit on the chair. Okay. Still have not saved. See, when I do Control S, it will come like this. Okay, Control S. I did not save this file. This file is saved in Excel SX format. Okay, so go back. I must save it in Excel macro enabled workbook. Then only the code will save. If not, it will not save. Okay, so what is the batch number here? 6. See here, I saved 2 workbooks with same name, with 2 different with 2 different formats. Nuve adigidante.
One is macro.
Macro file, sir. This, if you will see it, this is XLSX file. Yes, sir, by looking at icons. So I'll be sharing this file. You want, if you want, you can put it in your WhatsApp group, or if you want.
WhatsApp group is better.
Please keep in WhatsApp group, sir. So that will be.
Karthik, sir, tell me, you have any questions?
No. Please keep in WhatsApp group.
I am sharing it, sir. After everyone confirmation, I'll close the call.
Okay.
Where is that? This is the one, right? This is the one, yeah.
654.
654. Can you someone say hi? Can someone say hi in the group?
That is the one.
653 or 654 here?
Here it is showing here 654. What is that? 654 only.
You said hi, right?
Yeah.
Here it is showing
That is my
6.
name. There it is showing us 653, but in my WhatsApp it is showing us 654. My WhatsApp also is showing 654. WhatsApp it is showing us 654. That is fine online. And Karthik said hi.
Okay, sir. It's okay. No issues.
Yeah, you can share.
Please open this, at least try 1 program or 2 programs. So definitely tomorrow I'm going to discuss the remaining things. So please concentrate. Adi, when I'm doing, you feel excited. But for you, you will not feel excited.
YouTube videos మనము అదే కదా.
Karthik, got
sir.
the file?
Yeah, got the file in WhatsApp.
See you, Karthik, tomorrow morning.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Okay, tomorrow, please don't make any weekend parties here. First attend the class. After the class, we can make biryani party and we can make all that. Tani ma'am, I think you're there. Hope it's the lunch time. I can understand. Okay, see you
No,
everyone.
sir, I'm here.
You there?
Yes, yes.
You got the file?
It's still coming. It's still coming. This is on the way. Yeah.
It's already shared, sir. You can see on the
It's
screen.
on the way.
Yeah.
He's showing them waiting for this message.
Yeah. Okay. See you for the day. We'll talk tomorrow morning. ఒక 10-15 minutes late అని ఏమనుకోవద్దు, ఎందుకంటే ఇంట్లో కొంచెం కూర అది ఇది చేసి
Next week, when I come back.
Sure, sir. No issues.
I'll call you. Once I'm back.